Okay, this will be replay analysis of Eddie Smolls CK. After I messed up the audio, so I'm just redoing the whole thing. Unlike most videos, I've actually given this a look over. We'll
Is your man.
let's go with that. Well, the first thing is that sometimes I'm a little anal about the
It
is in the bag.
kind of loud. Sometimes I'm a little uptight about
It's in the
efficiency,
bag.
so rather than just go for the whole ring of protection, I like to, instead of get gauntlets of strength, get 3 branches. Then you get the extra attack speed and whatnot. Not a big deal, but, you know, that's the first thing. I don't like taking stun at first, because sometimes when you're, laning, especially bottom on Radiant side, you can reality rift them under tower, because the lane meets, like, right in front of the tower. It doesn't for Dire, so it's less of a thing, but, holding the point for reality rift, if you don't have to level it, can be, like, good. Or Chaos Strike if you end up wondering.
It's in the bag.
30 seconds and counting.
Flash, it's whatever.
North to the main.
Up here, I think you and Dazzle could have double teamed someone, but you know, this is what you use, so it's fine, it's fine.
First blood.
Spirit guide, I might give you a...
Well then, the first thing that I would do here is that after you mess up the lane, right, from, like, it's all hunky-dory, but from this point, where there are 2 tower shots that come out, I would probably realize that this range creep cannot die anymore, right? If you pull over the creeps there, it's maybe gonna barely die, but it's gonna push. You're gonna push forward a lot with the tower. So I would start auto attacking as much as possible to get a good, healthy creep advantage and run it down so I can hit the LC more. So if you're confident, you can hold it under your tower and have the tower push faster for you, and regardless if you do that or not, just start auto attacking to make sure that the creeps die faster so you can go on the LC. And here, I think that if you stunned, it would have been really brilliant. She should have just died there. She's playing really stupid, and if you have this idea that, you know, you have more creeps, you have like 2.5 to their 1.5, you should be able to take it, especially with the Dazzle coming in like this, and she can't purge off the poison touch either, so it's like good. Now it's a stun there, it wasted a lot of harass. And then you go for this guy, except, you know what, he's not tanking your creeps like the Legion was. It was kind of, like, sadder.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
I kind of like sacking the range creeps here. And then for this one, what you want to do is you just want to go for a Chaos Bolt on it. You want a Chaos Bolt instead of running all the way, because I'm kind of scared of Venomous Gale. If he gets a Gale off on you and they double team you, because the Dazzle isn't nearby, you kind of get, like, shafted. So I'm thinking of the range creeps here. Want to deny theirs and get yours. You did run up for that, which was, like, pretty damn dangerous, I think. It's a high risk, low reward play. Just go for the stun. Here, I would just try to... Oh, I gave it to her. Okay. A good harass. Very nice. Now that it's pushed out, you can think about this more. If you weren't hit by Venomous Gale, like if you're on a different hero, you can probably try to go for a pull, a coordinated pull between the large camp and here. If not, you can just ask this guy to do it. If he's good, he'll do it. If not, you just shove it in anyways, cause life.
Order. Dazzle.
You want to keep shoving it in, because if the Dazzle pushes here, or Elsie just goes crazy on you when she comes back, then you're in a lot of pain. Yeah. Unfortunately, I think he would have to stun that creep. The Dazzle's not really playing heads up, and you just lose it. You can pull it back further here. Or not.
Dire should.
You can do a couple of things here. You can either pull it back to your range and sack the range, or you can just push it in and start going
Look to their bottom tower.
I would like to go on her. See, if you just stunned here, I think, and then like killed the creep, is like she's screwed. Stun? No stun. You have 5 creeps working for you. Need to take some good trades with them. Also, when it comes to some things like this, when you're like low level moment of courage, or no moment of courage, the Chaos Strike just trades a lot better than moment of courage does. So it's a little weird. If she's tanking a lot of creeps, she'll get more procs. But at this stage, because even if she was like a level 1, it doesn't really matter. So like later on, you probably want to just a pure 1v1 against her. But for now, it's like, you know, you have 5 creeps. That's what, an extra hero? More than that? Each creep is like a little bit more than 20 damage, so you have like a 110 damage or so going on her. That would have been nice. Now here, I either go for the stun on the range creep, or I walk all the way back. Because right now I'm risking the Venomancer coming over. And, like, I can't get any of these without both of them double teaming me. I have to wait for the Dazzle. I can't do a pull on myself, so I can... Probably the best thing to do is just stand under my tower and get the +1 regen. Oh...
You're not going anywhere.
Not the greatest thing, but you're risking a lot here for, I don't know, nothing at all. Now the Venomancer finds you, and you're not getting as much HP as you thought you could. He even gets 2 hits. Or it's not just like the 1 regen that you're missing, which doesn't really matter. But it's also, you just got double hit. You're taking like 100 damage. It's 50. That's 100 damage, and maybe a little bit more because Voidance thing.
Dazzle.
Now here, he's doing an attack, and if he walks into the 500 range, just stun him, because he'll take tower aggro. And you're not pulling him in with the Reality Rift. Kind of feels weird, man. I think he would be dead with Reality
Radiant
Rift.
should look to their middle tower.
Zap.
Hit her. You want to do more hits to recover your HP. You're out of regen, so you can just take it back with Chaos Strike.
There is little hope.
Okay, now she's tanking 3. You can stun her here and just keep hitting.
For Dire's middle tower.
could just be like auto attacking all of your creeps to get your health back. Right? So like instead of like
Dire should look to their
faking
middle
on
tower.
the lower creep, you can hit the higher creep for your health back. And you want to like run this into them anyways, right? You're running away when you have extra creeps, you have a big dazzle, you have Chaos Bolt, you have Soul Ring, you have Chaos Strike, which trades better than this shit. Similarly, thinking about Chaos Strike being better than Moment of Courage, you can go for the treads over the Helmet of Iron Will. I'd be too worried about a Helmet of Iron Will of mine coming at the same time as the Helmet of Iron Will for hers, considering that that would be what I expect her to get.
Stand.
To apply like a real advantage. But a big advantage comes to you if you just buy power treads. So I would like that a lot more.
I think not.
Should be a dead Venom.
Dark light.
You should just threaten the Venom there with a Rift. If you have a level 2 Poison Touch, you kill him. Yep. Don't know why you're blocking it, still won't block all the way. You still have creep advantage. Okay, now it's a dead Venom, but that's no thanks to you, right?
My dazzle darkens.
The pain.
Oh, I kind of disagree with the Helmet of Iron Will. Allows you to trade better with her, but I think you already traded pretty well. You see, your health bounces back so much with this, but you're just not right-clicking enough. Okay, I didn't see this last time, but I think you would have killed her here if she's still under it. I think she should have died here if you kept going. That missed you, so I think that the slow is enough for you to just kill her. Hello?
Shut my congregation shrinks by one. Should have healed. Stupendous downfall.
Radiant's middle
And then you can trade with him here, right? And he's attacking you, he's taking some creep damage. A soul ring, boosh, boosh, boosh.
tower is under attack.
Nice. You just killed yourself with a soul ring, and that's feels weird, man. Soul ringing when you're under Venor stuff. So before respawning, I start thinking about whether I want to come bottom or go top. You see down here, it's Legion. You see over here, it's the Invoker. If Invoker was closer to your tower, maybe you could kill him with the Storm. And top is just a PA who's kind of a sad person, and you can probably deal with her. So this is a good TP, good stuff. And you can run around, hide, wait for Caudle to start charging up, and then you'll stun. She seems to know that you're there somehow. No stun on the Shaman. You could have maybe hit some harass. And maybe they have a ward. Check them now. Yeah, they had a ward right here. Oh, if you're like in a different position, you can actually like smoke up there if you think you're like that strong with the Caudle Blast. But I will tell you now that I probably wouldn't have unless I was like mid. So yeah, it's whatever. Would have been nice. Here I didn't see this before, but when you see her waste her TP like this, I don't know why. It's like a misclick or whatever. Like, this is some Pepe Andro shit. and then she's getting blasted like this, just run in all the way and fortify these creeps. You fortify the creeps and you pull her in. See, you're not running in, even though you can totally just fort the creeps and kill her.
Dire's top tower is in danger. Dire's top tower is under attack.
That's fine.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire should look to the middle tower. Radiant's bottom tower is Radiant Glyph is now active. Radiant's bottom tower is in danger.
I deserve this.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
How's that awkward fighting here? It's hard to say anything about it. Just say it's fine. We'll respawn again. You start thinking about where you want to go. See if you still want to go top, it's not bad. See if you want to go mid, it's also not bad. I'm a little bit enticed by mid because if they see you TP top, right, with the ward, and they're like, hey, CK came top, he wasted TP, let's go kill him. Then you're stuck there. Well, it's a lot harder to gank mid due to the proximity of the tower. And he's pushing it in anyways, so it looks like easier farm to get, and then you can try to kill the Invoker if Storm and Storm comes back. Okay? If you went here, you would be picking up this farm, and you'd also be killing the Invoker with them.
Radiant's middle tower is under
But,
attack.
you know, they do fine without you, so lucky you. I don't know what this run is, but I would like to hit mid.
Haste!
Someone wants to go there.
There is little hope for Dire's middle tower. Dire structures are
Your
fortified.
Storm's relatively strong. Level 11, you're 6. You can get that. Stun would have been nice. Stun would have been nice. Alright.
Over here now.
Kind of like not
Dire's
helping.
middle tower has
Just hanging around. Dead here.
Shall away! Safe word!
You dead here.
Clone! Zap!
Oh, same shit. You think about where you want to come out. And I probably keep the top after this. Good stuff.
Radiant's top tower is in danger.
And then you come here to steal your Storm's farm. You could have pressured the tower, maybe got a response, maybe got the tower, open up this part of the jungle to yourself. Your Phantasm's coming up. Really big on the jungle. A wasted wave here.
Thanks.
So now you've shown top for a second, and Storm's showing top, and all this while you could have like gone in here, and if anyone comes in defense, the Storm can go kill them, right? Oh, if you're farming even this large camp instead, then whoever comes over here, Storm goes up, and then you can follow up, or you go in and Storm can follow up.
Doesn't.
Right. The Shaman comes here. He's relatively alone. This guy's over here. They have a pretty weak team for this time of the game. I think the only really strong spell is Poison Nova. So, you know, they can earn it. Then you see these two down here. So this would have been a free kill. As soon, like, if you're too scared to go on him, the second this happens, this guy dies. That is what happened. Well, the Storm Turret was down there, and you're just sort of watching it, think of if I want to TP, but you could be phantasming on the Shaman. So you're not making use of the chaos that the Storm and Night Stalker are making for you. You are literally waiting to farm creeps. And it feels bad, man.
Invisibility
is in danger.
And this guy even ran forward. I would just scream for like, hey team, Night Stalker, Dazzle, Solar Blind guy who doesn't have it. Hey, let's kill the shaman. You can't say Storm because his TP's on cooldown. If you think other people, so you hold all and you see whether they have it or not, yeah? You're jungling over killing the shaman, and you know his creeps are probably going to go in the tower, and you might lose some to that. Let's see if you do. I don't think you will. Nice. And now you're here, except this is a lot more dangerous than it was 30 seconds ago, because the chaos that you could have taken advantage of isn't happening. Well, this is a lot sketchier. There's like a quick Legion TP while Veno and PA slows you, right?
Dire should look to
You wisely go away. I don't feel too strongly about the TP down here. I don't feel like they really needed you. I'd be more wandering around, but you know what? It's okay. You have Phantasm coming up. It's not the worst. Phantasm.
I've been wanting this.
Dire's courier has been killed. Dire's bottom tower is under fortified
Away, go heal in
structures against
jungle.
attack.
My gratitude.
Wicked sick.
So I'm doing his own thing, and I would say that you just finish off the tower. The tower guys, they're all distracted.
Radiant should look to their middle tower. Is in danger. Dire should
There's a
look
strange
to their
triangle
bottom
fight,
tower.
because no matter who wins or loses, it's just the kills that you're fighting. They also use the server boards, so I would just go back for the tower here, actually. Just screw it, maybe pop the Phantasm to help them out. You know, farm more. It somehow worked out, so it's just lucky that the fight went that well, as it did.
I deserve this.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Ready to top. Okay, someone else got it. Nice. Phantasm's coming back up. I'd be posturing towards bottom to help them fight there. Maybe so. Drops up.
Monster Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Bear witness! Dire's bottom tower is in danger.
Very distracted. We lost a few creeps at mid because you're like looking
Dire's
around
bottom
and instead of
tower
going there.
is under attack. Dire should look
Are
to
you
their
guys
top
finally gonna
tower.
take top? Maybe.
Dire's top
Maybe.
tower is under attack.
Maybe.
Dire should look to their top tower. Dire's top
Oh,
tower
the creeps finally
is
got it. Alright.
Stupendous. Invisibility.
Well, in here, you can actually be passive if you wanted to. You have that passive mode, but it's like hard to go in on them without Storm doing something at the same time.
Bear witness and tremble. Unbelievable!
That's fine.
Dire's bottom
Almost
tower
killed yourself
is
here by
under
turning
attack.
off Armlet. Just like, you dropped it. If these are like maybe a little higher level, you just die.
Dire should
You
look to
try
their
to wait
bottom
till the
tower.
poison sting ends before you turn it off. At least Nova doesn't matter as much.
Dire's top tower is in danger.
Hey, your team are all doing stuff and you're hitting jungle in here. I would like to hit jungle next to them, or, you know, mid and make my way to them. Like, nicer. so that if something breaks out, you can clean up through.
Dire are scanning for enemies.
See, now you're like a little bar because of that. This is another kind of random fight. It is what it is.
Killing spree. Double kill. Radiant's dominating. Triple kill. I don't know what we're seeing. Bottom tower is under attack. Courier has been slain in cold blood. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
And here, after killing these two creeps and healing up a little bit more with the Chaos Strike, because these supports aren't playing properly, they don't have a ward behind here to scout for the storm, you have a Shadow Blade. And you can be like a ward, so you kill these two and then you walk up and you just Shadow Blade and stand here. When anyone comes up, you suddenly pow them with the Shadow Blade, and the Storm Spirit comes in, you get a quick kill. It's nice. Not setting up traps like that. The Storm goes in here like this. And it somehow worked out, but you're not helping him, you're following him up. If you were there at the beginning, then it's like a lot easier for him.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Especially if you're like in one of these situations in nighttime, it's even more important. Or if Legion Commander isn't a complete mongoloid and like runs right there for a storm to jump if she came in the trees, right? You could armlet Phantasm and send something over there, just for the heck of it. Unless you want to keep Phantasm for farming. Hope you run to lane before it goes under tower.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Oh, it's pretty disastrous. Just because you decided to do jungle over going into lane. Alright. With these ancients, you've gone for these instead of doing lane then jungle. So we can count like the number of creeps you miss by making this decision. Now the creep you miss is like the first big thing. The second big thing is that you had to abandon this creep wave to join into the Roche fight. So this way, even if they have no wards, if they're trying to set up a proper fight, they know exactly which direction you're coming from, and then they can kill you or fight around you quite easily. So it's just one of those rules, like you go for the creep waves before the jungle. And it has to be like automatic. Anyway, so you missed one. There's like 3 low. I'll count how many you missed like this. 1, 2,
Radiant's top tower is
3.
under attack.
4. Oh, you missed 4. 5 and 6. 7. I should get that. You missed 7. And 7 is like, they're like 45 each-ish. Let's just say 40 for simplicity. So that's 280 gold, a good like 120 on top of the ancient camp.
Dire's middle tower
And
is
then in addition to like not finishing these off, and they know that you're coming over because of how you shadow bladed like that. Alright.
under attack. Double kill.
luckily, the fight seems to go in your favors. But that can be like a lot more disaster just from like going for jungle first. Obviously, this won't always be the case. It's not very often you see like such instant retribution for a decision like that. But having the habit in you, just like, it's nice.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Here, I would like to cut past these and actually run uphill. Right? You see the PA down here. I don't think Invoker's down here, but you know. There's like someone back here who can possibly give Storm a goodie jump. But it's the creeps that do it instead.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Running out like this is fine. There's no rush to take. You can push top. Now, if you other people are pushing top,
That's
the thing you can do is you can start setting up traps for people, like at the staircase, right? They're always trapped in their base. If they want to push out, they have to come by like here or by over here. Or if you just like stand here, you'll break their smoke really early while they still don't have vision of you. And then you can like threaten them with Phantasm. This is something that I do really often. You can find it in the Ranger game I played with you guys. This is actually kind of a crummy example, but I know I was doing it, so that's like nice. Setting up traps like that doesn't always guarantee a kill, but you can usually use it to force people's resources really nicely, as long as you can like walk away. Find it here. I don't remember what it was.
Coin for me.
Radiant's courier has been killed. Is under attack.
Maybe it's
Barracks are under attack.
right here.
Radiant's bottom barracks are
I do not have Lincoln jet, actually. Further.
Double damage.
Yeah, so something like this, where they're coming over, and I can tell from their like reactions that they don't see me. So I just throw out my spells because it's the high ground advantage, and I use my shit, and then I just run like out. Now it doesn't really do much, but you can see that like SB charged in and he's displaced really far from like the rest of the team. So it's like if you have more pickoff potential, it's good. If I had more damage, like I have the Chrysalis, then I'm able to kill the techies, MKB. And all in all, they've just used like a bunch of spells. They used the Spirit Breaker charge, which is the BKB control. They've used the AA blast, which hit nothing. And this is just because I'm teasing them. They decide to come up, and I annoy them for it, you know? Oh, you can also use traps like that to really expire the resources. Which would probably be, like, better. And, you know, if you're strong enough, like if you have kill potential, and like in that Wind Ranger game, they just die. I would be kind of interested,
Radiant's bottom
you know,
tower
with
is
the
under
BKB and the Shadow Blade, you can just like TP out. I would actually like assert dominance and just like stand around here or maybe up here, so that they can't reclaim it as easily. Or maybe it's like if it's shaman, right? Let's say they're not smoking over to you, and it's just one pathetic shaman walking up. Hey, I'm gonna ward, guys. I'm on a warding mission. He comes up here and you just insta-kill him, right? But without you posturing like that, it doesn't give you the opportunity to take advantage of their misplays. And I'm not a big fan of this because you have to run onto the low ground for it. So, It's also not coordinated with the storm. He would need to do a big zip, or, you know, he's not going on anyone else. As you can see.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Top is a bit sketchy. You don't know how many people are behind. You know, Storm was showing bottom
Dire's
for a
top
tap.
tower is under attack.
Illusion!
Dire's top tower is under attack. Bottom tower is under attack. Dire's top tower has
You
fallen.
know, it's fine.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
This is a Storm's fault. I blame him.
Unstoppable! Double kill!
I die on the field of glory.
Again, maybe you didn't need for that hard without your BKB. Or maybe if, like,
Damage.
over here. Or you're still alive. Right over here.
Double kill!
As you start to hit the minnow, you could do something like, well, after you're right? You could do something like Shadow Blade and then hit him, and the damage from the Shadow Blade is like 175 bonus, right? That could kill him as well, before he gets the tail off.
I die on the field of glory. Double damage.
Oh, that's whatever. I still blame Storm.
Stupendous. Go away. His ability. Dark light.
Dire's middle tower
Pretty
is
easy
under
5
attack.
games in here.
Dire's middle tower
I don't think like much else happens besides like you guys just like
is under attack.
oh.
Dire's middle barracks has fallen.
I would say that you can probably sum up 2 major issues and the 1 cute issue. Alright, so the first major issues is laning.
They trained
Where
hard to get here. This is the
You're not
very
trading
definition
from,
of
you're
first
fighting
blood.
around the creeps, or you're not manipulating the creeps a lot. When I say manipulating, I just mean like playing with advantages or creating the advantage, or like having more creeps, or like stunning them when they're tanking creeps, or like here, where this person obviously like goes way too crazy, right? So it's like if you just throw a stun here and take her down to half health or third health, she has tangos, this guy has tangos, like she's gonna need to run back and hide from you guys for at least however long it takes her to eat 2 tangos. So it's like a good 32 seconds. Where she's just waiting to reach him. And it gives you 4 creeps on her. 32 seconds is a wave. A lot of lacking your ability to trade like that is
Radiant's
one
courier
thing.
has been killed. Is the other's cunning play.
The other thing is that the Storm Spirit, who was like especially popping off, you could never
Dire's top
really
tower is in
coordinate with him.
danger. Dire's
Right?
top
And by
tower is
coordinate
under
with
attack.
him, I don't really mean like,
Dire
hey
should
Storm,
look to
let's
their
fight
top
together,
tower.
you're strong. Because sometimes you
Dire's
guys
top
just steal
tower
each other's
is
farm, right?
Stupendous ability.
But I mean, like, in moments like where you could have been shot and find it.
For Radiant's
Right, we should bring down the wall. At moments like this, if you're not posturing to take advantage of this, right? Like, I'm not saying, yeah, you go down there and fight with them, but if you're, like, even just jungling on this spot instead, the shaman can be completely roasted by you. Or he'll have to expend a lot to run away. So you want giving yourself a posture to take advantage of the Storm Spirit actually doing good things. If you are going on the shaman up here, the people that aren't down here, like Invoker or PA, will have to make a decision. Hey, do I go help shaman who's being attacked by CK, or do I come down here and meatball 3 people? It complicates the game for them when you make good moves on a good move like this. But you're just jungling and it's really passive, and this guy gets away with much more than he should, which can be disastrous. It speeds up his blink dagger, and it makes the Invoker and PA's life really easy, that if they want to help, they just come down here.
Oh, what I miss?
So, and like another example is like the ward thing, which I was saying, where you're sort of like healing around here, and they were respawning. If you shadow bladed over and just sat here and be the ward, because your supports aren't, then you can play with the Storm a lot better. And in the end, he died, and you got out by the mercy of Dazzle, right?
Invisibility.
And then there's a few other things. The instant retribution from the time you shot, particularly funny. Right here. So always go for the lane creeps and then transition into jungle on the retreat. It makes your life a lot easier. One reason why you always want to push out is because it gives information, right? So because this lane was pushing out, like maybe one of them pushed it, you go and do it, and then they are granted the information that you're coming over from here to contest Roshan. How it looks like to them, you can just click them and see him turning. Oh, CK is coming over. You could see it on the map. It was like absolutely not hitting. You could just see the turn.
Dire's middle tower is
There you go. They know CK is coming. They know it's gonna take about a couple of seconds, maybe 3 to 5 seconds, before the CK gets here. Alright? So, not only are you not like giving the good information, you're falling for the trap. Right. And the last thing is that you also lack some of the cutesy plays. Like, when I was saying EA, right? And she did that really, really awful TP, probably missed. Guy, EA, coddles him over, yada yada. Right, that one. So she panics and she TPs on the spot. You can just go in and, you know, fortify this creep and dive it. They won't expect to fortify. Just fortify, it will tank for you, and hit her only when you're in range. Otherwise, you're just walking close. Got it? Like, some cute plays that give you free kills, you're also, like, not taking a risk. You're full HP, full mana, and you're like, oh no, it's under tower. Oh, yeah. But this matters a lot less than, I would say, coordinating with a storm, and, whatever terrible laning that was. Alright. One good example of what I mean by, like, coordinating with a storm is just, like, as long as they're doing something active, you can make a play on it. This is one of my games. It's kind of old, so it looks a bit buggy. I'm playing TA here, against an immoral, Phantom Assassin that was absolutely kicking our ass. We're the only high ranks in here. So, there's also a reason why you don't hear about my TA often. It's not a pretty sight.
Killing spree! Double kill!
Probably after this. So, we're being completely bodied for most of the game.
Double damage.
And
Radiant's top tower is
we'll see
under
how
attack.
it goes at the
On
end.
the hunt for radiant forces.
Something like this, we're trying to, you know, avoid clashing with them too hard. I don't want to fight, but they're coming in,
For the house of Ernest.
and I think that these two are gonna die, and I'm actually just hanging up here, just in case, they get gone on. And then I realize that my Clinks is in a really good position. So I just stay here to mess with them and have the Clinks like do his job. He'll have to come back for it, otherwise he's taking the tower. We'll have to split up and, you know, and he can like come back. There's a lot of things you can do. Or maybe whoever's TPing over here, he can kill them. So whatever, we start running away. When spells are used, it's not good for us in any way. The PA starts TPing, and I just, you know, cancel TP and run away. And what that looks like to her is just like, couture.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
She sees the Clinks, starts to TP, scare him off,
Radiant structures are fortified.
and wapa. She's confused and she sees me walking into fog. And the whole reason why I'm making this play on her like this and being cheeky is because I'm coordinating with the Clinks. Did he tell me anything? No. I'm just reacting to him doing a good thing, in this case being split pushing. Right? So if you see how the Storm is playing, and you can like help him, as long as he's doing good things, like you can empower it and make it so much better. Right? So stunning her here like this is in coordination with this push actually. So it makes him able to kill whoever comes here, or it makes him able to TP back and help us in this like really favorable fight. And like all of this is unplanned, it's just reacting to people. So you're not reacting to the storm in your game to make good plays, you know? It's almost like you make that storm do the initiation, the damage, and the ending. He's doing like everything in the game. Besides maybe tower damage. Alright, I am done.